Hello.
Hi, everybody. Can we hear
Hello,
me?
everyone. Happy Saturday to you.
April the 3rd,
April 3rd, yeah. April 3rd.
2021. Hi, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon.
Yes.
For some of you, it might be good night, and that's okay. I'm not here to judge.
For real.
I'm not here to judge at all. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome to Relative Realness. I am Shara.
And I am Tiffany.
And we are here to talk shit.
Yes, today we talking shit.
Have fun. You look cute. I see your little shimmer and shine, just accentuating the tatas.
Thank you. You too. You have one.
Well, I figured, give them a little shoulder.
You got a uniboob out today.
Little,
just one.
Just a little shoulder. Nothing. I don't want to do
good.
too much, because it's close to the Lord's Day. Happy
it ain't there yet.
Easter Sunday. Dang. Right. In fact,
Yeah,
she had hers already, but I'm going to take mine now because cheers. Happy Easter, everyone. Peace and blessings.
Yes. Cheers to Jesus or whoever you celebrate.
Right. So moving right along.
Yes, moving right along.
Today's show, we're just going to continue to talk shit.
Yep.
But we're going to talk about like other people's shit.
Yeah.
Not ours.
Easy day today.
Yes. Today's going to be real easy. So we're just going to talk about, the latest current events happening in our lives in Black culture and everywhere.
And a little bit of white culture too.
All culture. Because they all crazy.
Yeah.
We all crazy.
They the crazy ones.
Today is sponsored by Munchkins. You know where to get them. They didn't pay us. So I'm not going to say who they are.
Yeah.
And of course, our hibiscus tea lemonade by the one and only Yum Yum Bougie. She's not here with us today. She made an appearance last week, so she didn't want to do too much to y'all. She didn't want y'all to be too spoiled, so she'll be back again soon. But
this is delicious.
Of course, it is spiked with the one and only Kettle One. It is Saturday. It is 12 o'clock somewhere. Hey, boo, I see you. You're gorgeous. So moving on.
Something's dripping.
It's you.
Well,
drip. So, what you want to talk about today? What rattled your feathers this week?
Well, I don't know about this week, but listen, just like I don't know about just this week, but I saw that Britney documentary, and I just
I haven't watched it yet.
I love Britney. I liked that time when like Britney was out and like Jessica Simpson and I really enjoyed that time because I feel like Britney was hot. Even the black dude was checking her out when she was in her prime. And I just honestly seeing the documentary, it just made me think of like all of these different things. The fact that when I watched it, how much control like media has over the way you're presented to the world. And that kind of carries on with like we're not celebrities. Maybe kind of, but like, it's just crazy how like the media has so much control over how you're viewed. And after watching that documentary, I was just like, wow, what we learned about her, remember when she shaved her head bald? Like that was something that we all was like, yeah, well, maybe that bitch is crazy.
But now that we're older, I think we all understand. I think we've all had that moment where we're like, I'm about to have a Britney moment.
If you see it, if you saw the documentary, you would see that she did that. She wasn't even having like a nervous breakdown as she was doing that. She did that as a way, as like a protest. Like if I don't have my hair and I can't put no weave in this bald head, then I can't be Britney Spears. Yeah. It was a way for her to kind of separate herself from like Britney Spears, the artist, versus like she wanted to just be a person. And so
I didn't watch the documentary, but I guess that makes sense. Kind of like with what's her name? Willow, when she was with my hair back and forth, and then she went and shaved her head off because she was just over singing the song and being a celebrity and doing it so much. And that was her protesting and saying, I'm not doing this shit no more. And it makes sense. I can only imagine, because especially in the early 2000s when pop music was everything, and it was everything like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears, Mandy Moore, all of them. But they were absolute robots. Like when Christina Aguilera broke out and she came out with the chaps and the colorful braids, they were like, what are you doing? That's not who we created you to be.
Yeah.
But I pray for Brittany. I don't know her personally.
But you know what it made me think about? It made me think, I have 2 beautiful daughters, and it made me think about, like, as a mom, like, you can't lie. I mean, as a mom to girls, especially when you have like a, whatever I have 2 daughters, and I just feel like you have these dreams for them, you know what I mean? And for Nola, when she was a kid, I put her, people are telling you, oh, she's so beautiful, she's so this, she's so that, or whatever, and it just shows you how much, like, sometimes even kids are used as, like, kind of for advertisements and for exploitation, exactly. And I had to realize, even Tori, like, now she's 4, and the first thing you think about is like, oh, she's so cute and she has this great personality, she needs to be on TV, she needs to do this, she needs to do that. And then I just realized, like, I'm not gonna force them to do those types of things anymore. If that's what they want to do. Yeah, if they want to,
and they actually love doing it.
Yes, that's different than, like, okay, you're cute and you have a great personality, so we're just gonna put you on TV. Because
and that's the thing with child actors and celebrities at a young age. They don't have the guidance throughout the whole process of their career. So they end up crumbling. And I mean, that's any of us, really.
Any of us, exactly.
That's because when I was little, my parents put me in piano because my sister took piano, but I got way too much ADD to be sitting at anybody's piano. So I would go to this old lady's house up the street, and I only liked going because it got me out the house, right?
Yeah.
So I would go, and I would just demand she make me peanut butter sandwiches the whole time I was there. So it got to the point where she called my dad and was like, yeah, you're wasting your money sending her to piano. Like, find out what she likes to do. Find out what she loves. And that was dancing. And then he found me a dance school, and, I became who I became.
And cheers to whoever that person was who saw something else in you and, like, helped you.
You got to find out what your kids love.
Yeah.
Don't just make them do stuff. And I mean, that might mean trying out different things over and over again and spending your money. But they got to figure it out one way or another. So,
no, it's true.
Prayers to Brittany.
Prayers for Brittany.
So
what about you? What is something that you've been thinking about?
Let's see. What would be the main thing? I'll start from the greatest to the least favorite thing that happened this week. And for me, the greatest thing that could happen for me and so many others,
What happened?
Marijuana is finally legalized in New York City. You feel me? Like I can smoke, like, wherever, whenever. Like, that's an amazing thing for me. I mean, not that I wasn't doing it anyway, but it's a good thing. It's nice to know I can grow some plants in my home. See, she got her roller, because you already know what's about that. I already smoked 3 times.
It's inside.
I'm already hot. And it's like, it's a good thing. It's a great thing, physically, emotionally, spiritually, health-wise. So many people are going to be elevated.
Yeah.
Get it? In ways that
stimulated.
I know.
Get it?
In ways that they haven't before, Like, yes, you can smoke here. Yes, and you can grow these trees.
And the thing is like, I think there comes another level of freedom with doing it, because, like you said, people are doing it. This it was happening illegal, anyway. It was happening anyway, but now there's, like, you're, like, free to be high.
Like to just high officer. Hello. I'm high. It's a good feeling. And I cheers to all my potheads.
Yeah.
Embrace it. For those who judge you, they don't know what it is to be high. Period.
Cheers.
Moving on. So that's the best thing that happened for me this week. I'm happy. I need a spliff right now. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I have one for after the show.
Me too. I have a few. What else this week? This week.
Well.
These munchkins from the place. They hit. Okay.
So for me, what I want to talk about. I want to talk about. I want to talk about, like, because the things that I picked actually kind of carry into just regular life. Like, they're about celebrities, but it carries into,
you can keep talking,
regular life. Get your titty out my life, okay? Regular. I know I was here too. No, you are mine. They see you. They see you.
So
what do I need to do to move this over?
It's over now.
I don't have my computer now.
But anyway,
I didn't do that on purpose. But anyway,
who you want to talk about?
So I want to talk about Tristan and Chloe. Well, actually, should we wait for that?
No, because you already brought it up.
Okay,
so once you start bringing up the devil, you gotta just speak it
yeah,
out.
we just gotta speak it out.
It.
So basically, I just want to bring that up because I was just reading a couple of things, and we know that she's been keeping Homeboy a secret for a while because she just feels embarrassed about like what he did.
Embarrassed.
And yeah, like she's embarrassed, and you know, he basically on the show was just talking to, you know, all her other family members, like, oh, you know, basically they've been together for a while, but she's kind of not making it public. But I mean, I know what that feels like. I mean, when you're not quite ready to like push forward, you know that once you bring something to the light like that for real, even if people know what's going on behind closed doors, it's like once you make a show of it and say, hey, this is happening, it becomes even crazier. I mean, people are talking about you either way, but once you say, hey, we're together, I mean, she's walking around with this big ass diamond ring. Where did she get it from? She thinks that she's being so like secretive, like, oh, I'm just gonna take a picture of my nails and my big like 20 carat diamond ring, and it just is mysterious or whatever. But I just feel like, you know, the lesson and the moral of the story is that keep your business to yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Keep your business to yourself. Like, if you gonna forgive, then just forgive and like move on. What do you think about it?
I think at this point, this mic right here. I think at this point,
your nails are glorious. I love them.
Thank you. I stole this design from Drea.
Yeah, I like it. It looks good. She can't really dress, but her nails
be on point. Mm-hmm. I think at this point, your whole bane of existence is people knowing your business.
Exactly.
So, like, what are we talking about? For over 2 decades, your whole family has become famous off us knowing your business.
And now all of a sudden,
okay,
it's like,
so we know you with Tristan. We know you've been with Tristan. We know you took Tristan back right after the Jordan stuff. Stop playing yourself. Like, who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Now she's creating she's like creating babies.
Nobody
cares. Nobody cares. And she's like, oh, the media. And you know, listen, don't get 5 or 6 different faces if you don't want people to comment about it, because people are seeing you.
We're not really concerned about you and Tristan. We're more concerned about the fact that only your bottom lip moves at this point. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I personally do not care about the Kardashians. I believe with the devil, and anyone who's like anyone who's crossed paths with them,
you believe they're the devil.
Anyone
that brings us to
who has crossed paths with them has had destruction. You know, OJ, the white dude that was with OJ, Ray J, Reggie Bush,
well,
Chris
Ray J
Humphries,
said he hit it first.
Lamar,
okay, he hit it first.
Scott, Ross,
I love Scott.
Bruce, who is now Caitlyn.
I love Scott.
like Jordan.
Yeah,
you know, Tyga. Tyga got out. Travis.
Yeah, he got out quick.
Shoot, Black China, Scottie Pippen's wife.
Well, no, did you
everybody, and good old Kanye, my fellow Gemini. I'm sorry,
I love the old,
but
Kanye,
no,
but
I look at this. This
is it
this
broken?
is so ghetto. Things happen, but I'm not.
I'm not. I don't believe they're the devil. I'm also not like a crazy fan of them, but I think that some of the things that happen on their show kind of like it relates to real life, but on a different kind of scale. You know what I'm saying?
I don't care.
And I don't really care, but it just like when I think about that, when I'm thinking about Chloe, I'm thinking about just regular women. You know, when you're in a relationship, how secretive are you? Not secretive, but like how much of your business do you tell to what people? You know,
I mean,
that's what I'm thinking about now. That's how I'm trying to like relate.
I mean, I can relate it to being in a relationship and saying, you know, I don't want people in my business right now. I mean, it took a while for me to say I had a boyfriend and I post him, you know.
But you gotta wait.
But that's just because people are nosy as hell. Like, mind your business. Because you know, the moment I put it out, every time Dick, Harry, Bob, John, Jamal, I could keep saying names, but I'm not.
Don't.
Right? Was like, oh, word. That's what's up.
They always come after the fact.
That's why I haven't heard from you. Yeah. That's why you curving me. Like, I don't want to hear that. So you keep it to yourself, you know. And I did post him for a while. I posted that there was a person. Yeah. But I never posted his face because, you know, no face, no case. And I wasn't trying to hear nothing. Don't be. Are you in my business?
No, I
Don't do
get
that.
it. I definitely get it because it's almost like once you put it out there to the world, but even to like your friends or people, you don't know the intentions that people have for
Yeah,
you
not
and have
everybody
for
want to see
your
you happy.
and have for your happiness. And so that's why I'm thinking that, you know, it's like half of me feels bad and half of me doesn't about the whole Chloe situation because it's like their family, like you said, has made money off of divulging their business, and now
Right. I feel
she's
bad, but
ready.
I don't because there's
Yeah,
thousands of celebrities that we don't know none of their business. Okay. They go to the
exactly.
supermarket, they go to Target, they go everywhere. They even in Delartra. Trust and believe they are in Delartra.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So no, I don't care. Rest in peace. I mean, he's alive. My bad. I don't wish death on nobody. I'm just saying. Like, good
No,
luck to you, Tristan, the baby, the next baby, all the babies, all the chocolate babies that y'all gonna make together. Just figure it out.
yeah, yeah. True is beautiful.
All right. So what else tickled my feathers? Yo, Sweetie
Mm,
and Quavo.
let's talk about it.
Now,
Let's talk about it.
It was only 6 years ago that we witnessed an elevator brawl such as this. This was less people this time. Ooh, fumble. But I don't know if I saw the whole video. I saw a clip of the video where, you know, she swung Thine Birkin and
Thine
flungeth her into the elevator where she satcheth upon Thine Birkin and cried. And I felt bad for her. But then I also felt like after rewatching it over and over again.
How many times?
Over and over and over again and over again. That this wasn't their first throwdown, okay? They be scrapping, okay? Because if y'all saw how she swung that bag, like, first of all, he lucky the elevator door opened.
First of all, something must have been in that bag, though.
Yes.
That he was trying
to. But if the elevator door didn't open, she would it would have hit the door and she would have been able to But because it opened, he was able to just right? And it was a lot. He
placed her down. He
placed her gently down upon thy floor.
Yeah,
and
you know, we all have been there. I'm not condoning it.
That wasn't their first rumble in the jungle.
We've all had a little tussle.
You know, he gently, glanced upon thy camera, knowing, in that moment, he knew
he was gone.
You heard? But it's unfortunate that these things happen, but these things happen every day, every minute with regular people.
Yeah, regular people be tussling.
Including these celebrities. And just be clear that these are the same people that a few months ago, throughout all quarantine, all the city girls were saying, yo, relationship goals. Like, I want that.
Not me.
You know, all the city girls was down for, preaching about getting the Birkin. If he not buying you a Birkin and he not paying your bills and he not buying you cars, sis, he's clearly not loving you right because he's beating that ass. He's Ike and Tina in that ass at the same time. So you gently took that Birkin and sat upon it.
And that's what made me think about it too. Like when I saw that, it was just like you said, everybody's like goals, regular people, celebrities. Oh, you guys are so cute. And like I said, I like to bring it down to like the regular people. I mean, we fly, we regular, we whatever. We're not celebrities, but we're fabulous. But I'm just saying that people have these fronts because forget about celebrities. I know people that I'm not going to name, but there's people that I see that I see that it's nobody in particular, but they're in relationships and then they create this facade about what it's like and what it is, gifts and this and that and whatever else. It's like this perfect thing, and then you find out later on. That's why, like, when you're in a relationship, find other people who you can relate to, who you can be close to, who are also in relationships or married or whatever, because then it's like that they know, like, and understand the things that you're talking about, and there's no kind of like drop. Like when we saw the Sweetie and Quavo thing, we were like, some people were like, oh, like, wow, like we idolize these people as like relationship goals, and like look what's going on. Regular people know that that's what like, not to say that it's violence is okay.
It's never okay, but it is what is happening out here with everyone. And it's like, you can't. Everyone is going through something. Nobody's relationship, absolutely no one, no pastor, nobody's relationship. Nobody's relationship is good. Okay, everything is work, and I think the issue is so many people. There are few people who are so focused on being in a relationship. There are certain people that just can't be alone. Like some people I can't because I love myself. But there's some people that just can't be alone, and before they focus on the relationship with themselves, they feel that they always need somebody, right? You're like the worst cameraman.
No, usually on my computer.
They always feel like they need somebody, right? So you have to have a relationship with yourself before you can get into a relationship and a marriage with somebody else, right? Forget marriage, but a relationship with somebody else, right? And then in those relationships, and you're a celebrity, and you have all these things coming against you, and then you have your own status that you have to uphold, and he has his own status to uphold. You got critics out here calling Quavo a punk because where's his music? What's he been doing? He's just been like Sweetie's wingman now. So did you hear
that new song though?
That attacks his character. That attacks all the things he's worked for. Then you got his homeboy over here just messing shit up with Cardi anyway. Like, none of y'all are doing the right thing anyway. Like,
so now they have an album coming out.
Of course they do. Because
the song is sick.
Because at the end of the day, just like for this show, everything is an experience and everything is content. So whatever you go through, you gonna use it, and he gonna milk the out of that. And everybody's gonna buy that album because everybody want to know what happened. Yeah. Was it because you wanted a threesome and she said, "All right, you get to pick the dude," and you got mad because? Like, what was it really? Was it because you was swinging it? Were you Ike and Tina in? Like, what was y'all really doing? Honestly, I don't care. I
think that people benefit from having a little bit of freedom. And I'm not saying I don't know what happened in their relationship, but their album is about to be lit. Not hers, but Migos or whatever.
It's timing. Everything is timing.
It's timing, but the thing is, I feel like people, sometimes you need a little space and need a little breather to become yourself again. And that's what I'm trying to say. This is unfortunate that those events happen, but we get in these relationships or even friendships or even whatever else. And it's like, we feel like we're stifling ourselves or we can't fully be ourselves or whatever. And then you just have that breath of fresh air and you rebuild yourself and you become who you're supposed to be.
I'm so over this mic right now.
Like, I know that mic is definitely
I just want to let you know
a broken transformer. It's a broken
sponsored by Relative Realness.
Well, what's the last thing we're going to talk about before we play this? Because
my other thing to talk about was, I'm gonna be real short with this because I'm a child of God and I can't.
I am sometimes,
I am all the time, even when I'm sinning, especially when I'm sinning. Amen. He know my heart. However, I'm gonna say this real quick. The Lil Nas X video, Montero, that's his real name. I'm not a fan. I don't really listen to any of the artists that begin with Little besides Bow Wow, who's now Bow, and Lil Mo. That's as far as my littles go. As for the new littles, Lil Kim, yeah, the old littles.
Don't forget my boo.
I'm down with the old littles. The new littles, I don't really know the new littles, but this little,
I like Lil Uzi Vert.
He came out with this video and it has a lot of religious and demonic and sexual content in it. And right after watching the video, I immediately felt like I just needed to like bow down in prayer because. Okay.
Well, you go and then I'm going to tell you my point of it.
Well, maybe you should go first and then I'll go. So you tell me what you got and I'll tell you what I got.
The thing is, like, I'm not trying to interrupt you, but I was waiting for, because I think that there's two parts of this. Like, you were the one who kind of urged me to watch the video because you told me how you felt about it. For me, I watched it and I laughed. And I don't know if that means that I'm like the devil or something. I don't know. I mean, I know I'm not. Listen, I'm a good person. The Lord knows my heart. But the thing is that when I saw it, it was hard for me to take any of it really seriously because it's just, for me, I took it as a joke. And I know I listened to the words more heavily than I looked at the video because the video to me looked like a joke. He was dressed in all these costumes and he's sliding up and down. Like, I don't take things like that so seriously. And like, I mean, I'm a poet. So I do take deep meaning to words and to lyrics and to the things that people do. And I observe the things, people's actions or whatever. But seeing a music video, like it didn't really, for me, it didn't affect me like that because it's like you watch it and it's entertainment. You know that it's entertainment. And like I was telling you before, like I'm a poet, I'm an artist, this and that, whatever. I've done many things. And I know that some of the things that I have said are not exactly things that have exactly 100% have happened to me or things that I have 100% experienced. So watching that video, it didn't really bother me. But what I did when I listened to the video was explicit. I mean, the video was the explicit version or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So the lyrics, I'm just like, Little Nas X, besides Old Town Road, was not meant for children. He's talking about the C word, the C drug word, in this video. He's talking about he wants to the ones, the people he idolizes, or the people that are he's envious of, or whatever. And like, so though, to me, that opened my eyes to like, Little Nas X throwing that little in the front does not mean he's for children.
Right.
Because I was listening, forget it, the video I was completely blind to, because I feel like I'm more like audiological or whatever that word is. Like, I'm listening to his words, and I was like, now this is something that parents need to kind of like, forget about the video. That shit looks like a cartoon to me. Like, it looked like a fake little cartoon. And I know that now with like celebrities that, they put all these symbols and all these different things. But for me, I watched it and laughed because he looked ridiculous. But the words, I was like, wow, your kid should not be listening to these words. Just because there's a little in front of his name does not mean he's for kids. So that's what I got out of it.
Okay. So the way you feel about like listening to the lyrics, I feel about seeing a visual for something. Like for instance, Beyonce's music. Beyonce could put out an album and you could feel the album. Some songs you might be like, what is this beat? And you don't understand Beyonce stuff until she puts out her whole 7-video documentary of like what her mind was thinking when she made it. You know what I mean?
Then that makes it
like,
beautiful.
We didn't know hot sauce was the bad. We didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, so when I see a video, like the visuals are more important to me than the words, right? So the words come second. So first thing I saw in that video was I saw, his representation. First of all, he did a whole speech in the beginning about being him true self and hiding himself and and then welcome to Montero, which is his name, his real name, right? So this is you saying that this is a visual of who you are and how you view society and however, whatever. Cool. So you open up with this snake in the garden. So I guess that's supposed to represent thing or whatever. But then the tree of life goes on fire. Then you're ascending into heaven, but you decide to take a stripper pole dance to hell where you seduce the devil and then kill him and then I guess become him because you put the horns on, because we all know the devil is an angel as well. However, so there was a lot going on for me that was not necessary. So here was my issue. If you are one of, if not the most major Black gay artist, and this is how you choose to use your platform, and this is how you choose to show yourself and how you don't like the judgment from others, it makes absolutely no sense to me. I feel like there's so many other directions you could have gone, especially from where you started, from starting with Old Town Road, and that's not really knowing what it's about, and then you coming out. Like, I feel like you took the purity of what you are and who you are, and you're like, making it into something that isn't necessary. I feel like it's not necessary.
Yeah, well, maybe, but the thing is like,
and it's too much.
It's a lot, but the thing is like, maybe that's just him.
Yeah, well, I don't know. And
we don't like it.
On top of that, it is not censored in no type of way. Yeah. Like, I could go on YouTube and just like, I don't want my child seeing that.
Yeah.
The stripper pole thing was too much for me.
Well, the thing is like, I feel like parents, not you, but just like in general, it's like, there's a lot of stuff going on. We got a lot of stuff going on, and we're not like, you think, oh, Little Nas with Old Town Road, so he did come out with that, and now it's like you just assume he's safe and it's okay. I feel like, artists shouldn't have
not that he's safe, but it was, I felt like there was so many more ways you could have used your art and your craft to express that feeling than it being anything that had to deal with religion or the devil or any demonic type. And then you got this sneaker out that the Satan worship. Like, it's just too much. It's too much. But
yeah, no, I mean, I agree with some of it, but I also agree that people have the freedom to express themselves the way they want
absolutely.
to.
Absolutely. That's why you became the artist you did.
Yeah,
but,
and then us as parents.
But also remember your role. When you came out as the first Black male rap artist, whatever pop artist, whatever genre you fall under. Yeah, you are like setting the tone.
But that's the issue, though. We don't always have to. And I'm not saying that I agree with everything that he's doing, but I just like feel like as a person, once we create a box, we're allowed to jump outside of it and create something different. And that's how I feel too. I think that even me as a person, some people in my life had an issue with me. Like I've created a few raps. I've done whatever else. Some of the things that I've said in them, it's like I've had this box, this aura, this person who I was, and it was almost like people were afraid or couldn't accept, like when I decided, like, hey, I want to tiptoe over here and try this and do this and do that. And so for me, for him as an artist, it's like I may not agree with all this crazy stuff that he's doing, and I may not want my children to be hearing this stuff, but I don't think that it's his job to kind of fit into this box just because he's black and he's gay and he's this whatever. He wants to do whatever he wants, and he should do whatever he wants. Whether we choose to buy into that and like it, it's like it's not his role to be like,
well, we don't have a choice because it's too accessible.
Yeah.
There's no censorship on it. There's no no disclaimer before the video. There's nothing. And I don't want to have this conversation with my child. I don't want my child to see this video and be like, what is...
Me and Nola had a conversation about it.
Like, sometimes it's just too soon, and it is too available, and it is just too much. And I don't even want to talk about it no more because I'm a child of God. So we just gonna keep it pushing. So before we go, we have this game that we have to play that they played on.
Yes, it's called We're Not Really Strangers. This was the game that they had on Red Table Talk, and it's just going to be a way for us to just have fun with each other and continue to develop our relationship as hosts of Relative Realness, and for you guys to continue to get to know us better. So what we're going to do, we're each going to pick one card. There's 3 levels: level 1, level 2, level 3. So level 1, we're each going to pick. So you pick one card. Hello. Hey, Chanel.
Yes.
Hey, Mom.
I'm being nosy. I'm looking at people on my live.
Supposed to be here, and you just up and left.
Happy Saturday for you guys that are just joining us. It's Relative Realness. I'm Shara.
And I'm Tiffany.
We were just talking about hot topics. If you missed it, we talked about Chloe and Tristan and her not wanting to be open about them dating again and whatnot and being the public.
She was embarrassed, basically.
Yeah, I don't care. And then we talked about
Brittany and how she felt like she was just like a slave from her father, and just like all
and
this type
still
of stuff.
is. She's still fighting. So everybody pray for Brittany. Pray for Brittany.
Pray for her. Brittany.
We talked about Sweetie and Quavo and their elevator brawl.
Yeah. And how that relates to regular relationships as well.
Yeah. Stop with the relationship goals. Like hashtag stop that.
Be your own goals. Work it out. Go to therapy. Do something.
How about self goals?
Yes.
Do that. Love self.
Let's play these games.
Love self games. So now we're playing a game. We're not really
strangers, and we're each gonna pluck a card. So you pick from level 1.
Why I gotta be level 1?
There's level 1, 2, and 3.
All right,
so we're gonna pick one card from each. Here, pick another card from one. So you have one.
Okay. So
1, 2. Put that down. So you separate it, or it says it should say, and then 3. And we're both gonna do
3.
Okay. So I'm gonna pick 1. Let's see. This is my 1. We're gonna do the 1, and then
y'all ready?
2.
It's gonna get juicy.
And level 3. Let's hope. Okay. All right. So you want to go first?
Come on. Okay. So
what does it say?
If MySpace were still a thing, what would my profile song be?
So you're asking me?
Yeah.
What would your profile song be?
know.
I'm mixed between like a very earthy Erykah Badu type of song, and also kind of like a freaking like Little John song, like a party song, like from back. I'm trying to think about what mine was back in the day, but for you, I would definitely say it would definitely be like an earthy, like Erykah Badu type song.
Probably. You're probably right.
You have two.
It would be the same as it is now. It would definitely be some type of smooth R&B, Jill Scott.
Yeah.
Or MySpace. Let's see. MySpace, that was like
shot.
No, like it was either that or a complete like Sarah McLachlan or Alanis Morissette type of situation. Those are the two spectrums of Shara in the MySpace era.
To remind
your question.
Do not stop me when I go into my little blurts, okay? This one says, how many speeding tickets do you think I've gotten in my life? That's kind of crazy, but we can. Yeah, you can answer that. I can pick another card. Yeah, like none.
I don't think you'd be like speeding like that.
No, it's speeding, but I never got a ticket.
There you go.
Exactly.
Like, I be speeding, but I don't get caught out here. We know what we be doing out here.
You heard?
I'm dead. Okay. All right. Card number 2, level 2. If you have, when was the moment you realized you weren't invincible?
I feel like I try to have my mind strong, even though I get some anxiety sometimes. I think that when it comes down to it, I rise to the occasion. But I think that being pregnant, not even being pregnant was fun, but just like giving birth and going through that whole process is when you realize like you feel like it's that Rocky movie, I must break you. Like it's like that's gonna break and you're gonna have a rebirth after that situation, but it's like it breaks you in half, it shatters you.
You definitely Superwoman when you give birth.
That's when but that's when you realize that you're not
that
invincible.
You are, but you're not. It's like wait,
you're powerful, but you're also just like what is
you can't control everything. You think
like
you can,
what's happening?
All right, is this my last one?
No, I have to ask you.
Oh, snap, crackle, pop.
So it's my number because you asked me the
Shara
number 2.
does drive.
No,
I have a license. Thank you.
You don't have to.
I don't have a car, but I have a license. No, they trying to shade me and say Shara don't drive.
I don't have a car right now either.
I don't have a vehicle. If you want to buy me a vehicle, you can. I Uber everywhere, but I do not have a drive. I have a license in Texas and other places, but I can't say that because you're not supposed to have.
How can you become a better person, Shara?
How can I become a better person?
That's my number 2. How can you become a better person?
I can become a better person by continuing on the path that I'm on right now, which is continuing to worry about myself and my child and ensuring his happiness and my growth and setting boundaries and loving the people that love me equally.
I think that that's a great
answer. Period. Okay. If you hear, you hear. If you not, you not.
Yeah,
don't question my licenses.
Okay, you gotta ask me number
now
3.
I'm on my 3rd one.
Yeah. What does it say?
Both players have to write a note to their younger selves. You have 1 minute. Options to compare. Oh, that's gonna be the end of the show right there, baby.
What time is
baby?
It? Oh, we have some time. Here's a note.
We have 5 minutes. No, I don't need to write it down. It's right here. But I'm gonna give you some time, and I'm gonna pour some shots.
Pour a shot. Well, if you ain't writing it, I'm not writing
it. No. Speak your mind. That shit trying to be free, you know.
Listen,
again, sponsored by. They not paying us.
Yeah, don't let them know. Don't let them know.
It don't matter.
Don't let them know. But this is classy. We just want to let you know that it's not Smirnoff, okay?
Okay.
It's not.
Happy Saturday. Cheers to you.
Where is the
younger self?
Yeah.
The last card says to write a note to your younger self. Yeah. You have 1 minute. And an option to compare. Okay, so now you're right. It's your note because it's your question.
So for me, to my younger self, I would just say that I know that a lot of people will be like, "You are enough." I've always felt like I was enough, but to my younger self, I would say like patience, and just like see things through. And just when you get to that point of feeling like I'm not sure, just keep pushing yourself to be better, pushing yourself towards your goals, and stop worrying about other people, mostly men. Like, you know what I mean? Because I think that when you're young, to your younger self, it didn't specify like what age, but for me, I think that you become a woman and you're like 25 and you feel like I'm ready. I mean, for me, it was like, oh, I'm ready for it all. I'm just ready for this life. And like now that I'm 10 years older, like I feel so differently because I wish that I would have used that time. Not to say that I didn't think about myself and didn't do things for myself during that time, but now at being older, I wish that I would have used that time to develop myself. I wish that I wouldn't have turned down certain opportunities for other people and for their feelings and for their opinions. So that's what I would say to my younger self. Like, you know what? Just this is you time. Like you have a daughter, like, I've had Nola, she's 14. Like you have a daughter, just show her what it is to be powerful and excellent and to go after your goals. So that's what it is.
I love it.
So what about you? Are you sharing one?
Okay, I'll share to end the show. Is that okay?
No, and there's a 3. I have to ask you.
Okay, so I'll go really quick. So what I would say to my younger self is that, real quick, I'm adopted. So what I would say is you were chosen for a reason. And it is an amazing thing to be chosen.
That's beautiful. When you're chosen,
so
that's beautiful.
Whatever obstacles come along the way, just keep going because you didn't have to be here. Period. Point blank. That's it. Do yours.
You were chosen, and that is a beautiful thing. And I loved when I found that out, like before. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like that's
We'll
a
touch on
huge
that
part of your
another time.
story. Yeah. In one word, how would you describe our conversation?
Oh, damn. One word.
One word.
Our conversation is I need 2 words.
Okay, you can use 2. I'm giving you permission.
It's relative. And it's realness.
Let's toast to that.
Like, come on now.
I like that.
Relative realness.
Relative realness.
Okay.
You're right.
Everything we saying is necessary, needed, and y'all are thinking about it at home and talking about it with your friends. And we're gonna keep it as real as possible.
And relative.
Every weekend, every Saturday from 12 to 1 at DTF Radio. You can catch us where, Tiff? Let them know where they can catch us.
You can catch us at relative_realness on Instagram.
Yeah.
You can always catch us on Vimeo tomorrow.
Yeah. She definitely said Venmo last week. It's
Roku
cool.
TV.
Tell them what else.
Where else? Amazon.
Facebook, Amazon. Just type in DTF Radio. You can find us.
DTF Radio.
All day.
Yes, seriously.
Look, we got buttons.
We want to press buttons.
Do y'all hear anything?
I don't know. Push them. The ones that light up probably work.
Nothing's. I don't know if y'all hear anything.
Do you hear anything? Let us know.
But if y'all did, then I just
please
pressed
let us
buttons
know.
for a long
time. You look absolutely amazing.
Hi, everybody in our
Thank you. Hello. Yes, let's take some time to acknowledge. We actually have like 5 minutes. It's 12:50. So we want to take some time to acknowledge our listeners, watchers. I mean, I know that we say it's a podcast, but like really part of the fun is being able to look at us and watch us and see the fashion and see my pink lipstick, see her orange shirt and her one boob.
My orange shirt is sponsored by my homeboy. I stole his shirt a few months ago.
It's awesome.
And every time he sees me on social media with it,
no, don't do it like that.
He gets upset, and that's why I wore it today because it's cute.
It's fabulous. I love it.
What are people talking about in my live?
Let's
mental health and self-care. Listen,
we might be working on that.
Everything
deeper later.
Everything is relative. Yes, mental health and self-care is very important. That's one of our main topics here at Relative Realness.
Yeah, because
we're definitely going to have some special guests in the next few weeks coming in to talk about mental health, coming in to talk about the different ways of exercising mental health.
Yeah.
Again, a lot of us are focused on relationships, and the most important relationship that you need to focus on
with yourself.
Is the relationship with yourself.
But also just don't feel guilty about, and that's another thing I would add to my letter. Don't feel guilty about taking that time to discover yourself and to push forward with any talents or curiosities. Curiosities, I like that word. I just think that that's so important, and that fades into the whole like self-care, because self-care isn't necessarily a bubble bath. I mean, that's part of it. I love a good bubble, a nice hot bubble bath.
There's so many aspects to self-care. There's so many ways to figure out. Last week's show was about stimulation and how do we stimulate ourselves physically, emotionally. What do we do that makes us happy? What do we do with our children? What do we do with our friends?
Yes.
You know, a lot of people go to brunch every Sunday, and, you know, some people look at it as you just wasting money and spending time. No, that's how you communicate. That's how you connect with the people that you love. And if that's what works for you, then that's what works for you. If meditating with yourself, if lighting your incense and your sage, if that's what it is for you, then that's what it is for you. If rolling your spliff is what it is, if writing is what it is.
If writing is what it is, that's something
If it's just putting on music and just dancing like no one's watching, which you should be doing all the time anyway.
Singing in the shower.
Then just do that. Like, there are many levels to self-care, but also just remember your mental health is extremely important. You can also use all those things to mask what's really happening to you, and you don't need to do that either.
And I think that for sure we are definitely going to focus on that. And like Shara said, we're definitely going to bring people in who are cool. They cool AF. They're fly AF. They're cool. They're relatable
now.
AF.
They've come a long way, guys.
Yes, they're AF. We're going to bring people here who can just like who we can learn from and who you guys can learn from too, because like Shara said, there's different levels, there's different ways to show yourself that you love yourself. Don't think about other people, think about yourself and how you can make yourself feel good and how you can be stimulated, and just like, what do you do to make yourself happy, because we have to be whole people if we're going to take care of others.
You guys have any questions in our lives?
Yes, we have a few.
Talk to me nice. Does anybody from Tiffany's live have a question for me, or anybody from my live have a question for Tiffany?
Let us know. Yep.
Let us know. You can let us know now. You can let us know later.
Let me see the shoulder in the boob.
You can see the shoulder. This is my peacock tattoo. This is the key.
I love it.
At the editorial nail. This is her first tattoo she ever did. She's a nail artist. The peacock. Yeah. She's really dope. I just shouted you out, Hope. And she also didn't finish it, so I'm gonna shade you too.
Yeah, no, but it's beautiful.
But that's one of my tattoos. I have many. How many tattoos do you have?
I have 3 tattoos.
She has 3. I have 13.
I have 3, but I'm definitely getting the one on my lower back, my tramp stamp covered.
Ooh.
I'm definitely getting it covered, and yeah, I definitely.
Bunny has a
Oh yes, I have a tramp stamp, and I'm proud of it. But at the same time, like, I'm definitely going to cover it up. Cocoa Drip. Come on, are we calling each other by our names now?
I don't have a Cocoa Drip. Don't have a tramp stamp. Cocoa Drip does have a zipper that goes down her spine though. And it's a little open at the top, you know, so you can undress.
It's the zipper. Okay.
You feel me? Now here's the messed up part. I have a hammer on top of it, right? For my dad, because like Jesus, he was a carpenter. So I have a hammer on top of the zipper, right?
Yeah.
I know we got a few minutes, but we're gonna close the show out with this one.
We have some time.
We need a few minutes to
12:55.
But so the only thing about having a hammer on top of an open zipper that goes down your spine is West Indian men like to say things to you like, "Oh yes, you like to get undressed and hammered." No, sir.
Maybe shit. I don't know.
That's not it.
I mean, that wasn't the purpose of it, but maybe they got a point.
Right, but no. Like, get off my back, sir. Get your monkey off my back, because that's not it at all. Are we having another shot before we go?
Yes, we're gonna have another shot before we go. And
join us next weekend.
Yes. Join us each and every Saturday here live on our lives at DTF Radio, YouTube, Vimeo, all those other cool
For those of you that have been joining our lives, we really appreciate you.
For real.
But soon we will not be doing lives anymore. You gotta find us. You can only find us on special occasions. You feel me?
Okay, somebody said.
We love you.
She
miss you.
Wait, mommy, what are you talking about? I donate $5 towards.
Stay blessed, stay black, stay humble. We love you guys. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.